Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. So it's Monday, you know what that means, we need to unleash a squad of Imperial Troopers into today's Galactic challenge, which is on the planet of Tatooine. So we'll be visiting the homeworld of none other than Luke Skywalker, where we have to face a squad of Sith, and as mentioned we have to go in with Imperial Troopers. So in this one I'll show you two battles, so one with my Imperial Troopers completing 3 out of 4 feats, and then for the final feat where you have to defeat at least 3 units in a single turn, I'll be using a Darth Revan team. But before I get into it, I just want to show you a quick clip here that I filmed in today's GAC, and it looks like I've heard about this bug before, but I just haven't really noticed it by myself. But Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is no longer preventing revives. So here I went in solo versus Night Sisters, no problems whatsoever. But as you will see here, I intentionally then gave Dak a chance to revive. So there you go, there was the zombie revive, but this shouldn't happen because unique from Kylo, press the advantage, should prevent revives. So I'm not sure really what's happening there, but anyway, I just want to put it out there just to see if anybody else is having this issue. So as you can see, Asajj again came back to life due to zombie revive. Should not happen. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna now take a few of them out, and then Daka will be able to revive them, which again should not happen. There we go, Daka brings them back. So not really sure what's up with that. I've actually checked the Answers HQ from EA, and this has all been reported a few weeks ago, but I'm not sure if CG actually officially communicated something about this bug or not. That's why I'm putting it out there, just to hear from you guys. Are you facing the same problem or not, that Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, is no longer preventing revives or not? And maybe if you come across some sort of official response from CG, are they looking into this bug? Are they fixing it soon or not? Because in one of the other battles, the NGC, I went in solo with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren against General Grievous, a new team, and because Newt revived after I took him out, which of course he shouldn't, I then nearly lost that battle, and it nearly timed out. So you know, it could cost me the win, this bug. So I just want to put it out there. If you're attempting, you know, solo or anything with Kylo, that appears like he's no longer preventing revives. Alright, now back to today's video. As mentioned before, going to the planet of Tatooine. So let's first, as always, review the modifiers. Now, the Tatooine modifier is a Dune Sandstorm, so every turn units will be inflicted with damage over time, which can't be resisted. However, it can be cleansed, so just something to point out. And then Endless Rank, so that's the modifier for Imperial Troopers. Essentially, you get 3 revives for free, which is brilliant. And then the enemy, so the Sith modifier, Grim Machinados, they get that whenever Sith allies defeated, all Sith allies gain max health, offense, gain turn meat, and recover health. So it's similar like under Sith Eternal, whenever you take them out, they recover health and protection. It's kind of mimics in one way Sith Eternal's kit here. And whenever they defeat an enemy, they gain Dark Ascension buff, which then decreases the damage they receive and then the damage they give out. So it's a nice little modifier there. And we're facing here a Dooku lead. Let me just go on tier 7, so it's all Relic 7. We got Dooku lead, we got Maul, Pulp, and Vader, and Savage. And funny enough, Savage is the most annoying of them all, because of his constant turn meter gain and cleansing and healing up. So you need to really take him as a priority here, otherwise he'll just mess up everything. Okay, so first let me show you my troopers here that completed 3 out of 4 feats, so obviously completing the battle, then Lucky Shot when you score at least 30 critical hits, and then finally obviously win with a team full of Imperial Trooper units. Alright, so this is the standard team, so these are the only troopers I actually have relics, so that's why I use them. Probably could make it work with Moff Gideon as well, but mine's low star, low gear, so I just decided to leave him out for now because we don't really need turn meter removal in this one. Now I did actually mod my guys now, remodded them for this event, just put some, you know, good damage sets on them, because taking out Savage, you know, can be challenging, because he gets defense up, turn meter gains, he's recovering health and all that stuff. So, you know, I really had to mod them for damage so I can immediately gun down Savage down before he causes too much trouble. So it's my Veers here, his speed and his offense. And then my Piet here, having modded for speed and some potency as well, so hopefully he can land some days. And then Stark here, also modded for damage, his speed at 311, and that's his offense, over 5k. Relic 1 on my Death Trooper here, also modded for offense, not much speed on him really for this particular event, and there we go. And finally Relic 1 on my Range Trooper, again modded for a little bit of speed at 233, but most importantly, you know, boosting his offense as much as I could. Alright, now it's time for the battle, so let me just play it for you and explain what's happening. Dooku is very fast, I was not able to outrun him, but anyway, he just hides there, so it doesn't really matter. And here, obviously put over buffs on Stark, and then just put a big AoE here, trying to gun those Savage. As you can see, he's very tanky, but hopefully a couple more hits and boom, there he's gone. Because you really want to take him out, because, you know, after you do want to land the days on Dooku, he might just cleanse it off and things like that. So you want to take him out as priority, and then he won't be cleansing and everything. And then here we can just pick off the rest of the guys one by one. Here I was trying to time out, you know, where you take 3 of them in one hit, but I was trying and trying. I'm pretty sure you can do the feat where you need to defeat 3 units in the same turn with troopers, but I was just unable to line it up. So then I just gave up and said fine, I'll just use Darth Revan for that, because I know Darth Revan usually works great for that feat. So here you go, I was trying to get them low health. There we go, got them all in yellow. So I was just waiting for AoE to see if it will finish them off. So here I decided because again, you know, with Piet you can get assists, so sometimes it's hard to line up people. There we go, didn't do nearly enough damage. So now there we go. And of course, every time you take them out, they gain max health back, so they become tankier. And then it becomes harder and harder to finish them off with an AoE. As you can see, those are really stacking up on my troopers and on the enemies, but because of those revives, 3 stacks of revives that we get, you know, I don't worry too much about my guys being taken out. And there we go. So it's not really a problem here if you got good troopers to finish this. So there you go, we completed here on tier 7, 3 out of 4 feats. Okay, so moving now on to the final feat here. As mentioned before, we're using Darth Revan, and the idea here is get 3 units into low health, and then Bastila can finish them off with Wild Lightning. Is the team I featured, I think, a couple of times before for this feat, so, you know, those that you've been following my channel, you're familiar with how this team works. But anyway, let me just show you mods here. Got Relic 7 on my Revan, and he's modded for speed at 330. And then we've got Malak here at Relic 4, having modded really focus on tenacity here. And Bastila, so usually I have them modded for speed and potency, but because as you're taking these guys out, they become tankier, I decided to actually remote her for damage, so hopefully her Wild Lightning will be able to do enough damage to take out 3 units in the same turn. But, you know, still good speed on her, 292, and that's her offense. I got HK here, because he's got an AoE as well, so, you know, in case maybe Bastila won't be able to finish them off with an AoE, maybe then HK will. And I remodded him, you know, just put some good offense set on him that I have with some speed, and that's his offense stats right there. And then of course finally Thrawn, because mentioned Savage will be annoying. Every time you hit him, he's getting turn metered, and he's cleansing, he's healing up. So I'll just use Thrawn here just to fracture him so he doesn't bother us what we're trying to do. And my Thrawn is at 305 speed. Alright, now let's go into the battle, and again let me show you how I completed this. Again, Dooku is very fast, he goes under stealth, that's okay. I'm just gonna put fear on him, and here I'm going to fracture Savage, just that he doesn't, you know, annoy me here and bother me. And it's just a case of going around, of course, with Darth Revan's lead. When anybody falls below 50% health, leader will put death mark on them. That's why I'm gonna have to take out Dooku first anyway. So I'm just going after him now, get him out, and then I'll try then to work down here 3 enemies into, you know, low yellow or red, and then hopefully Bastila can finish them off with 1 Wild Lightning. So I'm just kind of spreading the damage, trying to get them low enough. However, because they have damage over times on them, when they do take a turn, they'll take extra damage, so you shouldn't take them too low, like into red, because then when they get a turn, they'll just get defeated. So just trying to line up here. Now SWGOH is out of Fracture. So we'll just go ahead and put Fear now on everybody. So there you go. I had Palpatine lined up on low health, but damage over times unfortunately finished him off. So now I have to work with these 3 guys here. Alright, so we got their Maul into the red now. So let's see if we can get the other guys low as well. So I'm just going to basic here. And there we go. Come on, Basti. Do it. Boom. There we go. Some nice big critical hits there. There were 45, 55k hits. And this was able then to complete the feat for me. Crush them on obviously tier 7. And there you go, that's how I completed all the feats now in today's challenge. So using troopers first, you know, just mass attack over on SWGOH, take him out so he doesn't then cleanse buffs and things like that. And as you know, you take more and more enemies out. If you don't leave SWGOH to the last, he will be so tanky, and because of constant healing, dispelling buffs, he'll be very hard to deal with. So definitely prioritize him. And then obviously here for this and defeating enemies in the same turn, probably you have different teams, different options here you can use. I just like Darth Revan here with Thrawn because you've got a lot of control here, you know, with fear and shock and stuns, and then Thrawn's swapping turn meter, things like that. You've got a lot of control here that you can nicely line up 3 guys into low health and then just finish them off with Bastila. Alright guys, hope you find this video useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.